up, Warriors? You got D-Lyn here on another episode of Repeat Requester. Tonight's Repeat Requester is Ponyboy Curtis, who asked me to react to Tom MacDonald and his song No Lives Matter. No Lives Matter was self-released by this Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, and former professional wrestler in November of 2020. Also known as All-Star in the Ring, MacDonald first rose to fame as a rapper in 2018 after releasing the single White Boy. He released 20 singles throughout 2020, but his single Fake Woke from February 2021 debuted at number 96 on the Billboard Hot 100. By the end of that month, it rose to number 1 on iTunes Hip Hop and Rap and to number 3 on the All Genre listing. According to Songmeaning and Facts.com, MacDonald's track is a revision of the ideology and social movement Black Lives Matter that came to the American forefront during 2020. In the song, apparently MacDonald is criticizing Black Lives Matter as being racist, as it's alleged that when white people sympathize with blacks who have taken up for the cause, they are rejected. I have to admit that when I read up on this, I myself was a little critical about what a Canadian rapper would have to say negatively about a United States faction. And though I am aware of how people feel about Black Lives Matter, I have my own opinions about it, but I don't think that this is the time nor place for me to get into my opinion. But what I will say is that I'm going to react to this and go into this with an open mindset. So I will be reacting to Tom MacDonald and his song No Lives Matter.
Hip-hop diet is full of guys who cannot even rap. Media dividing us by colors, white or black. If you believe in Jesus, these days Christians get attacked.
Yeah, he's a wild one. First of all, that's right off the gate. Never saw him before, never even heard of him before. He has the look, for sure, of a rapper, of what rappers are pulling today, I guess. Definitely a wild one.
Police and everybody thinks you're whack. Everything's so connected. Black Lives Matter got so aggressive. White folks who agree can't support the message. Both sides go to war because they don't respect it. Our social climate from the global tension trigger total violence and a whole depression. We could unify and then I'll go against them, but we let them divide us with votes and elections. Hey, the music we bump, all about shooting guns and doing drugs. Hey, whoa, the things that we want are promoted subliminally through the songs like, you need a fast car.
I don't know. Before I make any type of opinion or I state any type of opinion out, to put out into the world, I like to at least have done research and have some knowledge behind what I want to say. And I have, like, the littlest bit of information on Black Lives Matter. From what it sounds like, he's saying how Black Lives Matter has become aggressive from, I guess, what they started out trying to do. And it sounds like he's saying that that group, that faction, is trying to separate blacks and whites. I'm not sure what I think about that. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments.
You need designer clothes. You need a rap star to tell you to start popping pills, hit the blunt, and go live at the club till you're broke. It's all controlled by the elites. Put fake news all over our screens, convincing the right to go fight with the left and distract from the fact it's each other we need. Divided by race and religion, segregated into teams. You a white supremacist. If you're not, I guess you Antifa. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives.
I didn't know how I was going to feel about reacting to this. So that little bit that I just played sounds like he's saying you're a white supremacist or you're Antifa, which I think those are two very big extremes, right? I would say white supremacy is on a very far side, and Antifa, which that's another faction that I have no clue, or I've done no research on. I have somewhat of an idea what they are, who they are, and I guess they are on the very opposite side, like very polar opposites, those two groups that he just mentioned. He's saying that the media is saying that you're either on that side or that side, and there's no in between. I don't know if I agree with that either. There's media that's influenced by one side, probably, and there's media that's influenced by the other side. And then there's media that I think that just gives you straight up news. And I'm not going into who's who, because I'm not trying to start any type of arguments or have people come at me. But I think that all is a matter of who you're listening to. And as grown adults, I think that you should know who's telling you the truth and who's not. Who's being biased and who's not.
If we do what the news wants, blood don't splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter. Freedom's dead. If you have an opinion, take it back. Facts. People hate the president. If you don't, then you trash. Facts. Indoctrinate the nation using news and mainstream rap. Facts. The government abuses us. It's all part of the plan.
This is heavy. This is very heavy, and I wasn't ready for it. I don't even know what to say about this last part. I'm going to assume that when he refers to the president, he's referring to 45. And from what I just heard, it sounds like he's saying that the media is trying to make you hate 45. And if you don't, then you're just as bad or you're trash. Again, I think that's all depending on who you're listening to. Because I've heard conservative news defend and call out those that are against what 45 has done and did. I've heard conservative news be very, very biased. And I've heard it the other way around too. And if that's where he's going, if that's what Tom MacDonald is trying to say, but still somehow the message to me, I get a faint suggestion that like we've all imagined what we have all seen throughout 2020, like all the stuff that happened, that was all our imagination. That just all happened and it meant nothing. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe I'm getting the wrong vibe off of it. I don't know. Let's continue.
Confusing. Black Lives Matter is a valuable movement, but all lives matter ain't racist or stupid. It's non-black humans who don't feel included. All colors fall under laws that govern the whole country, and we all suffer. We're all broke and nobody recovers until we accept that we're all brothers. Hey, music we make, all about big booties and getting paid. Hey.
Okay, so I understand what he means. Basically, I think that this song is, he's trying to say that somehow the government or whoever is really leading us to the path of no lives matter. And then what he was just saying, you know, the Black Lives Movement is important, but it should be acknowledged that everybody is suffering. And I agree with that. Everybody, especially right now, everyone is suffering, you know. I agree with that. And everyone has been suffering for a long time. But, and I'm speaking as a black female in the United States. The experience is different for us. The experience is a whole lot different. And I want to believe that the Black Lives Matter movement was supposed to kind of just give education on that like what I just said about the Black experience in the United States regarding healthcare and employment and the overall treatment of Black, brown-skinned people in the United States. I want to think that that's what Black Lives Matter started out being. I'm not sure what happened, what's changed, how they've become aggressive to make everybody think that they're now some sort of cult and elitist. I don't know where all those terms have come from, but yes, everybody suffers, but you can't deny that there are groups of people that suffer more than others.
We watch the news and it fills up our brains with violence and riots and race. Like, this is a race war. You need to hate more. Get what you came for. You need some songs about Xanax and violence so you can escape more. What a vicious cycle we can break away from. They control the culture, they control the paper. They're indoctrinating a whole generation till the patriots start to hate the nation. The music we love make us dumb and addicted. The news that we watch is brainwashing the children. The viruses, riots, and racist conditions ain't problems, they're symptoms of life in the system. Screaming from the rooftops.
I'm just trying to process everything, and I guess it would have really helped if I had lyrics in front of me, because he's rapping, and I don't want to take away from his performance and him being a rapper. I think he's very good at what he does. I think his performance is real good. I just wish I had the lyrics in front of me so that I knew like everything that he's saying, and I'm trying to process what is coming across, what's coming through in the brain, and I don't know how I feel about this song.
Beat down better, turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood don't splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter. The music will make you dumb, the media makes you hate, and they control them both. There ain't no escape.
I just don't understand what his message is. What is he trying to say? Because here he's saying that the media and music is what's trying to pit people against each other. If news is doing what they're truly meant to do, they just report on things that happen. So, I guess that brings me to my point earlier. The things that happened, even throughout 2020 and even now, 2021, those things happened. And it wasn't the media that made that stuff happen. Now, of course, the media slants, and I don't know if that's what he's trying to say. What I'm picking up, he's not saying it like that. I'm not hearing him say that the media slants things, or the media takes what's actually happening and is twisting it. Because I know that they do. There are some media outlets that do, because they're biased. Still, the report is of things, events, and actions that are happening. They really are happening. Is this the narrative that the media is making things up? I don't know.
The world in a state of chaos, economy crashing and massive layoffs. Black against white, or it's left versus right. Divide and conquer, and control is the payoff. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood don't splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter.
That was super heavy, guys. That was really heavy and thought-provoking, and I wasn't ready for it. Totally wasn't ready for it. I should have known just from seeing the title, but and looking up what I did. But I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that like Tom MacDonald and like what he said in this song, and probably agree with what he says in the song. To a point, I agree, but there's a whole lot of things that I think need expanded on, and there's things that need context. It's a lot of stuff that I'm definitely not qualified to talk about. I can only give my opinion, but again, I'm just reacting to a music video. I'm not trying to give my opinion to change or sway anybody's feelings or opinions, and I just don't want to start any trouble. So I will say that he was a good rapper. The video was pretty cool. I liked his style, so I will say all that. So thank you very much, Pony Boy Curtis, for suggesting I react to that one. Whew. I think I need a drink. Anyways, what did you guys think about that reaction? If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I hope there's something on here that will make you want to subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to this Repeat Requester, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!